You already know it's your boy Tankhead. We in the building early in the morning. What's going on? Donald Trump mad because they done shot down them lawsuits that he tried to, well, not lawsuits, prosecution that he sent Pam Bondi on a mission to do. Right? Her and that other chick that never prosecuted a goddamn criminal case in her life, whatever that lady name was, judge threw that out. So Letitia James, your case dismissed. Whatever that dude named Comey, your case dismissed. Trump cannot use the criminal justice system as a weapon to go after his political enemies. That's what the judge said. That's crazy, man. It's crazy only to the extent that the dude just be appointing his own people, his own friends. But I'm going to keep it real, though. We got to keep it real. If you came into position, if I came into position, if any one of us came into position of power, the first people that we going to appoint to the positions that we want to make sure we can have, control over and say so into are the people that are cool with us. So I know if I get into power, that's first thing I'm doing. I'm getting my immediate crew, my immediate people. Yo, come on, yo, son, I don't got no experience in that. Don't matter. Get your ass over there. You going to be the new deputy security. And that's how he did it. You understand what I'm saying? And so when people getting mad, but then say that this government needs an overhaul, listen to what you're talking about. Because in order for the government to get overhauled or to be overhauled, it has to start from within. Trump does not like the federal government. I've been telling y'all that. Yeah, he the federal government. Yeah, that means he don't like himself. Yeah. He don't. Only thing Trump care about is money and power. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? And like the saying goes, no man can possess absolute power because absolute power will corrupt and possess man. You understand saying you can't possess something and not be possessed by it? When you holding something, it is holding you. Because it is being held by you. That dynamic is equal. You understand what I'm saying? You got to let it go in order to be free of it. But in being free of it, you can't regulate it. You understand what I'm saying? And so only thing Trump cares about is power. And that is all consuming, man. That is unending, man. You understand what I'm talking about? And so, it's ending. And so what I'm saying, because it's consuming. Right? You get intoxicated by the allure of power, or you get intoxicated by the taste of power. Right? Intoxicated though. Right? Where you are inebriated in your mind. Now you out of your mind and you done. That's what power do to people, man. You understand saying that's how come it has to be meted out on different, levels, man. Because if it's not, man, the shit is just gonna be a ball of combustion. You understand saying dude gonna get it and don't know what to do with it, and boom, over. Game over, man. Swallowed up by it. You understand what I'm saying? And so this overhaul is happening at his hand and by his command. He hate the federal government. Dudes like James Comey, that's his name, James Comey. Them dudes are real cops, man. Their career has been in law enforcement. They are the police officer. They were the ones not too many years ago that was investigating his ass. You understand saying? So now he's in power and he's doing what anybody would do that has that type of pettiness in them. You understand saying? I'm going to put my people in position, and all the motherfuckers that came after me, I'm going back after them. I don't know what the people on the ground, us, the laypersons, people are getting mad about him for. That ain't even our beef. You understand saying? It's good to see that the sister, well, if we could even call her that, you know what I'm saying? Because, when you pledge allegiance, man, people see things different. You understand saying? But my whole thing is, it's good that she was able to get around that, because really she ain't do nothing wrong. She busted him out here in New York, you know what I mean? Not paying his taxes, doing no types of fuckery, a slumlord, and she, you know what I'm saying, prosecuted him for that. And she ended up getting some some felony convictions on that. You understand saying? Which is ironic to me, because how can you now come into power with felonies, right? And then send your top criminal law enforcement officer after the prosecutor that prosecuted you? What? That's like me becoming president right now, and now I send my people after the prosecutor that put me away back in the days and after the police officers that arrested me. Whether I did it or not, I'm in position now of power, and I can regulate and delegate as I see fit. And that's what Trump doing. That's what he doing, y'all. You understand what I'm talking about? Ain't no sense getting mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta wait till his term up, man. Even with the FBI dude, man, you know what I mean? That dude don't even got no experience of being no FBI. He never was the FBI ever in his life. Kash Patel. They just got him in position now where he the director. Shit crazy, but I mean, I'm not hating on that, because at the end of the day, I understand what Trump, angst is, man. I understand where his aim is, centered toward. You understand? Saying he hate the federal government. Word. He want the people to see how crooked the federal government is. And I understand that. You understand? Saying just like with these Epstein files, when everybody cried out for them Epstein files. Don't be surprised, man. You see Clinton and all them niggas in that shit, man. Cause that dude, Jeff Epstein, was cool with all of them. They got paperwork that I posted yesterday. It's probably still up on my Facebook. But I showed on the Celebrity Source on YouTube. Shout out to that weird dude, the Celebrity Source. He's a weirdo. You know what I'm talking about? But shouts out to him, because some of his information, a lot of his information be sound. He's a joker. He let you know straight up off the rip he ain't no gangster. You know what I'm saying? You do a crime in front of him, he telling. He a nosy motherfucker, but he gonna make some sense out of bullshit. And so early this morning, I'm watching the shit. You understand? Saying that, damn, man. What the fuck is that? I'm telling you, it'd be mad shit on the Jackie, y'all. But yeah, though, man, and I'm watching Celebrity Source, and he got the paperwork with Mark L. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, was deposed, and he gave a deposition. And in his deposition, there's wording in there that says, does Putin, one would infer that he's talking about the Russian president, does Putin, or prime minister, the dictator, whatever he is, he said, does Putin still have the photos of Trump blowing Bubba? What? Now remember, Bill Clinton nickname is Bubba. Remember that? Back in the days, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump was cool as fuck, y'all. You hear me? Them niggas go back like motherfucking jellies and quarter waters. You hear me? I'm telling you. Them niggas was buddies back in the day. Trump was a Democrat for years. He used to support all their political campaigns. Him and Jeff Epstein. They was big donators to Clinton. You understand what I'm saying? And the dude Mark Epstein is saying, or, alleging that Putin got some photos of Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and some homo shit. I ain't say it. That's what they said. You know what I'm saying? That shit is already inside the public domain, so I ain't the first one said that. They got paperwork saying, the boy Mark L. Epstein is saying that Putin had pictures of Donald Trump blowing Bill Clinton. They called him Bubba. When Bill Clinton went to Arsenio Hall back in the days, y'all, some of y'all old enough to remember, some of y'all may not be, but he went on Arsenio Hall back in the days with a pair of $5 shades, darkies on, grabbed the saxophone. It's like, yo, watch this. And his name became Bubba after that, man. I don't, they call the nigga Bubba and his family. But, yeah, man. And so, we can't get mad at that, because that's not our fight, y'all. We got to let that shit there play out. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up that, shit rolled downhill. You know what I mean? But, yo, it is what it is. This is the American way. I was also watching on the train, I'm going to post it later, where you got congressmen coming out, Democrats, of course, and they telling the National Guard and, the service members that are inside the, armed forces, that a part of their code of conduct is that they could refuse a call when they know the call is unlawful. I think that was a good move. I spoke about that before I even heard about that. I was speaking about that maybe like 2 weeks ago when I was like, yo, to the people who got family, you know what I'm saying, that's a part of the National Guard and all that, like, what's up with them? Like, they don't have no moral anchoring, like, they don't have no moral censoring, like, because that's their job. They got to do something that they know is wrong. Like, y'all got to speak to y'all family and let them know, like, nah, that's not a sedition. That's what they call that, mutiny. That's not a sedition. You understand? Saying that's saying flat out what it is. Like, I'm not obeying no fucking, you know, order that's against the people, man, because I'm a sworn, you know, public servant for the people. For the people, not against the people. So when we see ICE out here carrying on and the National Guard, they sending them carrying on, that's not what they are for. You know, they have training for that just in case there's a civil unrest, ain't no question. But off rip, that's not what they train for. They are not trained to come into a civilian and a public population and just terrorizing civilians, man. But we see that going on today in Trump America, y'all. And it ain't got nothing to do with left or right as much as it has to do with the federal government as a whole. Because he hates the federal government, man. You understand? Saying again, you already know how I subscribe. You know, Malcolm said it ain't no different running from the clutches of the fox into the jowls of the wolf. I aim for the candidate that offers me and mine the most in our best interest. That's what any and everybody should do. You understand? I ain't know what Kamala was talking about. Trump was talking that shit. And I voted for the nigga. I don't regret it. I'm glad. Because look, he's showing y'all who the fuck he is. Y'all should be happy we motherfucking voted to get this motherfucker back up on the stage so we can show the world, you know, he wasn't done yet doing bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And it also should be an inspiration. Because for all that bluster that they spoke and said about him when he was in office the first time, when he fell back for 4 years, and then when he made his move to come back, all that shit, Trump proved to the world, specifically to America, that even a joker could be the motherfucking president and commander-in-chief. He did it 2 times. That's enough convincing for me. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all already know, man, I'm getting close to the dude. Ew. Y'all already know, homie. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Mary Jane wants to court my brain for a little spell. You understand what I'm talking about? We ain't gonna do that on the glass, man, because YouTube gonna be on the nigga Bizak. I don't need that, homie. I'm trying to build this. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it right there. You know, on this square, YouTube don't write or produce. They only give me some space to have some space to show my face, to talk just gangster shit to you. You already know. You know what I'm talking about. You fucking with me? Subscribe to the channel then. You like the content I'm putting out? Subscribe to the channel then. Feeling anything I said in this vibe, hit that like button because I like those. You already know, man, it's Tuesday, go for the win. If you in the bed right now, early in the morning, watching me scratching your ass, nigga, you a duck. I said it, you a duck. Kid, what job you got? The law raised the day for business and travel. And that includes us all. I'm gonna leave it right there. Yo. Sunday, make sure y'all there. We gonna wrap up the week politically, and I'm out.